Hi everybody, this is Yogii with 2 eyes, and I'm coming to you with a little bit different video. I really wanted to share because recently I went and did a feature at Spoken Word with a Twist in Clinton, North Carolina. Thank you for the invitation, Val, because that has sparked up something in me talking to the youth. See, at the feature, I spoke about a little bit of everything. I kind of threw a lot of jewels, diamonds, sapphires, emeralds out. But when I got to talking about dating to the youth, it had been a common theme throughout the night. Like my friend Glow, we were talking about dating and different things. And on the way up to Clinton, and when we got there, we kind of continued the conversation a little bit with a little more in depth of what we as grown women were looking at, the struggles, kind of the ups and downs, the things that cause an issue. And by the time I got on stage and started talking to the youth, I was like, okay, let me tell you about what happened to me and how I wanted a boyfriend at no cost. He was the best worst thing that ever happened to me, because best worst thing that's ever happened to me, because although I wanted a boyfriend, I wanted love, I wanted to be in a relationship, I saw all my friends do it. Doesn't mean, just because all your friends do it doesn't mean it's right for you. And this relationship was not right for me, because in all of the things I wanted, I kept putting up with things that I didn't deserve. And I have a theory now, and I have a younger sister, and I have 2 younger sisters actually. I said, but the baby, when she was growing up, because of my experiences, because of being a teenager dealing with domestic violence, because I had been given an engagement ring and then yelled at viciously and broken down into pieces. I had been hit, I had been scarred, I had been hit where no one but I could see the marks. I had been standing, and I remember it like it was yesterday sometimes, because looking back you just kind of go, did I really deal with that? Was I really willing to live and call that love? Was that really where I was at? But I remember standing on the top of a 3-step porch and him being so mad about something. Don't know. It was always something. Never knew. Or knew and couldn't do anything about it, or knew and didn't have anything to do with me, or knew and tried to console the inconsolable. But I remember standing on that 3-step porch and somehow being lifted, grabbed, and transported to the yard with him on top of me yelling, "I love you!" All as a teenager. 11th grade, 12th grade, freshman in college, sophomore in college, junior in college. It totaled up 7 years of why did I stay? Trying to make it better. Consoling him and his issues. Covering up for his dirt. Dealing in that mess that made me feel like that's what I needed. To taking that engagement ring he gave me and throwing it in the parking lot next to the Sonic on Cliffdale. And he still had layaway payments. It took a lot of these situations where we're driving in places I did not know where we were at, and him saying, "Get out of my car." And me actually getting out of the car, and him actually driving off. Now, he came back, but that's a power play. Now, I say all of that not to get emotional. I have to watch myself. I don't say it to get emotional, but I say it because when I start talking to you about what I'm going to say next, I need you to understand where that comes from. Now, I don't know if any of my friends as teenagers dealt with domestic violence, and I'm telling you right now, like, there were situations where he felt like other things were more important than him, and he destroyed those things. Oh, your yearbook is more important than me? My yearbook is ripped to shreds because he thought it was more important than him. When I ran for cover, he busted the door open. When I went to talk to his family, and I guess he thought we were talking about him, get yelled at. So I build by saying these things because that's where this advice stems from. It stems from not wanting you to be there. It stems from not wanting you to have to make serious life changing decisions based on anything other than love. It protects you. This advice will protect you the way I wish I would have had somebody give me this advice to protect me. Now, I keeps it real. I keeps it so real sometimes I may cuss. Mom, Dad, sorry. I keeps it real. Because I'd rather you hear it from me and know that it came from a loving place. It came from someone who has overcome than someone in the streets or somebody who doesn't have your best interest in heart. Now, if you are going through this, if you have been through this, let me tell you, there is the other side. And as I speak to you right now, I'm thinking about my other side. I'm thinking about how alone I felt and how I wasn't alone, but I was with myself. I was healing. And it's a long process. And this video is so that you don't have to go through any of this. So these are my dating tips for teens. Don't do it. Just don't do it. My suggestions are the following. Don't date, but have requirements. So that means you won't have a boyfriend or you won't have a girlfriend. That's fine. But you will have friends, okay? People that you can hang out with, people that you have common likes with, people that if you call them up, you can say, hey, let's go hang out and watch this movie, or hey, let's go to this art gallery, or hey, we got tickets to go zip lining. You want to go? My tip is you have to learn you. You have to know you. And you have to know what you like. Know what you like to the point where you make a list of everything you like to do. So if you like to do artwork in the park, if you like to do yoga, if you like to play baseball, if you like to roller skate, if you like to watch MMA, if you like make a list of everything you like to do. Make a list of all of your favorite things. Know that list. Have that list ready when some little boy or some little girl says, what you want to do? Don't be the one that says, I don't know. Because I don't know leads to Netflix and chill, teen pregnancy, disease. Have a list. Know what you like to do. Know where you like to eat. Know that you like Chinese food. Know that you love Italian food. Know that you like Thai food. And guess what? When I say know those things, that means you actually have to try those things to see if you really like them. See, dating is more about finding about you and spending time with someone who will continue to ask you questions that will make you rethink who you really are. Now, this person that you hang out with, this person should have like and common bonds. My next tip is don't spend a lot of time with people creating memories. Memories are good things, but the more time you spend with people, the more memories you create, the more bond that is created. So if this is somebody you don't particularly like hanging out with, find something better to do with your time. Create different, better memories. My next tip, have requirements for the person you want to date. Now, I'm not saying that he has to be 6 foot tall. I'm not saying he's got to drive a Beamer. I'm not saying he or she has to have hair down her back. I'm not saying those requirements. Those are easy to change and rearrange and get. Let me talk about that for just 2 seconds. If you're in high school, junior high, and the person that you're with has these things and your parent didn't buy them, they have a job, like I look at that stuff too. Like, you're not getting certain things working at the local pizza joint. So really, be honest with yourself and be honest with your requirements and what you expect, because there's only a few kids that have paper like that, and you may luck up and find one or two, but if they're getting money by the wrong means, that's already letting you know that this might not be somebody you want to spend your time with. So, because it could be dangerous to be around them. You have to really look at that. Now, I'm asking you to have requirements. Have requirements like, I have to meet your parents. You have to meet mine. Have requirements like, I'm a smart chick, so your grades need to be on point as well. Simple requirements like, keep your pants pulled up. Ladies, do you realize how much control you have over this style? If you say, put your pants up and I talk to you, but as long as you walk around like that, it's not cute, boo. Guys will start pulling their pants up quicker than you know, because they really want to talk to you. Ladies, you don't have to dress all crazy to get a guy's attention. Is one of those things that should exude from you, but you're too young to balance your sexy anyway. You don't know what that is, and it shows. And so you don't need to do all that extra. Just be you. Just be you. My next comment is going to be, once you have your requirements, once you have your list, once you figured out who and how you want to spend your time making memories, then maybe we can talk about dating. But Another thing you have to learn is how to have a conversation, how to talk. Because, look, we've all been there where we've been on the phone, but it hasn't been a conversation. You hang up first. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. That's not building a relationship. That's not cute. And what have you learned? Like, you need to learn how to ask the right questions. You should be able to have a conversation with the person that you want to date that inspires, that opens your eyes to something different and new, that makes you want to try something different. So that's where that list of things comes into play. If you've eaten Thai food before and they haven't, you can have a back and forth conversation about that. You should be able to talk about more than sex. You should be able to do more than gossip. You should be able to have a solid conversation. Now, see, where adults go wrong is we teach you sex ed before we teach you about how to have conversations, how to critically think, how to ask the right questions, and we give you sex ed before we even mention, if we mention anything at all about dating. But it needs to be the other way around. We need to tell you how to date. We need to show you that it's okay to go to a restaurant by yourself. It's okay to go to the movies by yourself. It's okay to hang out by yourself. That's how you get to know yourself. What you like and what you don't like. Take some time out and really look at you. Find what makes you beautiful. Should nobody else have to tell you you're beautiful or handsome? You should know that for yourself. And you should look in the mirror every day and point out something beautiful about you. Something different every day. You are beautiful. Wonderfully made. Beautiful and wonderfully made. And no boy or no little girl should have to tell you that. Here's the deal. You are priceless. Period. Not a McDonald's meal equates to a boy getting a kiss. Not a movie equates to him getting to second base. Not he drove and opened the door equates to him scoring a touchdown. I think I just did like 2 or 3 sports in that analogy, but anyway. It is definitely, you're priceless. So I don't want you to think that anybody owes you anything. And we did talk about, I overheard the conversation on the side. People didn't think I heard it. Who's paying for all this? Great question. I say go Dutch. Go Dutch. You pay for yours. They pay for theirs. Here's why. Because you're priceless. You have to remain priceless. Now, I know somebody done says, Yogii, no. He got to pay. Guess what? Despite what you may think, when a man starts paying for things, like a tally starts going up. If we can break the tally, then we can break that mind frame that he got to pay for everything. But until then, go Dutch. You're just friends. You're not dating. You're not boyfriend and girlfriend. You're having fun. And that keeps you priceless. Nobody owns you. Because the funny thing about money is the mentality that if you pay for something, you own it. If I pay for your meal, I own that. If I pay for your drink at the bar, I own you. And that's not true. One of the reasons why I said, I'm going to tell y'all a funny story. There was a time when I needed a wash machine. And one of my friends, guy friend, was going to get it for me. And then I just could not break my mind around him buying me a wash machine because I didn't know the exchange rate, and I just felt awkward about it. I was like, does that entitle him to, what does that entitle him to if he buys me a wash machine? Like, that's not like dinner movie. That's a wash machine. Like, I don't feel comfortable with you buying a wash machine because I don't know what that means. Do I owe you something? And if so, what is the exchange rate for me versus wash machine? So needless to say, I did not get the wash machine because that so perplexed me. I needed it. But that mind frame of if I buy you, I own you. If I buy something for you, I own you. So just stay away from that while you're going out and having a good time. Just go out, have a good time. You pay for yours, they pay for theirs. I'm not saying like you can't be cute and buy a little, a little something here and there, but don't make it be the total. There's things called gestures. And I think just right now, as a teenager, just pay for your own. Pay for your own. You should be able to pay for your own. And with that, I really wanna close down by saying I've been through a lot, and you probably have too. And you have probably seen some things and heard some things that are probably even beyond my imagination. But what I would hope for you is that today you learn what you bring to the table when it comes to dating, and that you also know that you're priceless and your time is worth more than sitting on the phone with some little boy or little girl who has no good intentions for you or your life. Don't date. Just don't do it. Get to know yourself first. Learn how to discern and get to know other people. Know what you like so that when someone says, what do you want to do? You're not saying, I don't know what you want to do. Leaving the door open for disaster. And lastly, love yourself. And know that you're beautiful beyond anybody telling you. Because baby, you are. This has been Yogii with two eyes, with a moment in time. I hope you enjoyed spending that time with me, because I enjoyed spending it with you.